I like Clutch. First of all, they're from the greatest city ever, my hometown, Frederick, Maryland. They were also the first concert I remember going to. My friend's dad took him and me to see them at the 930 Club in Washington, D.C. It was awesome. And it was where I learned firsthand that actual real-life moshing is not fun. I also saw them play on several live streams that they did, and not only did they do amazing, but I mean, seriously, this concert, it was $9, and you got to see 3 other bands, including Clutch. What more could you want? It was awesome. Clutch, seriously, you guys are the best. And while I don't think I'll ever feel cooler than when I'm listening to most of their songs, they also have a song where the lyrics are literally a recipe for crab cakes. I'm sorry to say, but I think music, as an art form, has peaked. But seriously, I think it could be hard for people who don't listen to heavier music to even consider the lyrics and themes of Clutch's music. But Clutch and songwriter Neil Fallon have some of the most intelligent lyrics I've ever heard from a band. It's impossible to fully appreciate their lyrics without understanding things like the life of American poet Emily Dickinson, the assassination of Abraham Lincoln, the German folktale of the Lorelei, the Bible, the fictional character Barbarella, or the ancient Greek myth of the Minotaur. And these are just a few examples. And most of the time, the songs aren't even about these things. These things are just used as a setting for the real meaning of the song. The symbolism and layers of depth you have to go through to fully understand their songs is incredible. Here are a couple of lines that are great examples of this. The opening line to their song, The Minotaur, sets the stage in Washington, D.C., with the line, "In a city of crooked alleys," referring to both the unusual layout of Washington, D.C.'s streets and corrupt politicians. My personal favorite Clutch song, Our Lady of Electric Light, addresses alcoholism and is set in a bar with hopeless alcoholics. The lady is alcohol, shown in the song as a keg. She enters the ballroom and lifts her veil. With a voice like running waters, she tells them her tale. The patrons all break down at the sight, standing in the presence of Our Lady of Electric Lights. The imagery and symbolism can convey the emotion of hopeless addiction better than any straightforward explanation could. And it's like this all over their music. Their vivid symbols lead many of their songs to tell emotional and complex stories and have captivated me so much that I've built entire worlds and histories for some of the songs. Some of these they get a bit complex and creative, so bear with me as we go along. To me, their song, Son of Virginia, tells the story of a group of Confederate soldiers in the American Civil War, the Sons of Virginia. This group, disillusioned with the Confederate cause, go rogue and plan to assassinate General Thomas Stonewall Jackson. Jackson is the old blind dog who was roaming around the graveyard, a walking dead man once the group set their plan into motion. The group made their way to infiltrate the sarcophagus, putting themselves in position and waiting for the right moment to strike. Jackson was killed in real life by friendly fire in the early morning hours. By the dim light of a narrow window, we saw the God's honest truth staring right back at us. The moment of assassination arrives, as if given by fate or divine intervention. The group and the plot are discovered after the assassination, and the group is executed. Their minds race with their situation, actions, and lives in their final moments as the execution squad does their duty. I was thrown to the ground as my world broke asunder. Truly, we are living in an age of wonder. This group of defectors are the true sons of Virginia that the song talks about. The Lorelei, in their song, The Lorelei, is a cliff in Germany along the Rhine River, where a mythical creature, also called the Lorelei, is said to live in folktale. The Lorelei creature is a siren, luring sailors into the rocks and their deaths. The story I get from the song is a different take on that traditional folktale. To me, the Lorelei creature is actually the soul of the Carthaginian general Hannibal, the one with the elephants. There was a time of innocence. He knew nothing of the sea. Landlocked in all directions, riding elephants to victory. Talking about Hannibal's great military achievements when he was alive. But when the war at last was over, and Hannibal had no more purpose, no more fighting to do, to the circus the beast went. His restless soul is roaming the land until he comes to the Lorelei, where he resides. So he walked until the land's end, and he's been there ever since. Now, somehow he draws to the Lorelei those who are like him, those ex-soldiers and ex-warriors who are now purposeless in their lives without battle, those who feel their compass is spinning and they're so far from home and they don't know why. He knows their lives and speaks with them and offers them purpose and release in death as they throw themselves from the Lorelei into the water. Lorelei, trouble my water. Oh, I throw myself over. Now, those were just two in-depth examples of some of their songs. There's plenty more examples, like how, to me, Pigtown, their song Pigtown Blues, is an eternal hell where people are sent to be punished for their sins by the butcher of the town. Or The Regulator from their song The Regulator. To me, it's a giant monster made of lanterns who comes to bring judgment. And yeah, that's what I think about in my free time. These are just my very subjective interpretations of these songs, and they're probably not about these things at all in real life. But the point is, Clutch is able to create such vivid stories and vivid worlds with their lyrics and their music that my mind is able to become so invested in them. I like a lot of artists for a lot of different reasons, but each Clutch song is able to transport me to a new, different, wondrous world. And I think only the best storytellers of all time can remove you from reality with only what you hear. So, yeah, those are just some of the reasons I like Clutch. I highly recommend you listen to them yourselves to see firsthand why I like them so much. I've linked their Spotify, Google Play, Amazon Music, and YouTube down in the description. Go ahead and tell me in the comments what you think about Clutch and why. Don't forget to do stuff, and I will see you later. Peace.